So bottom three in the Premier League, I am going to go with in 18th. I'm going to go Everton. 19th, Sheffield United, and rock bottom, I'm going to go Luton Town. Everton have been flirting with relegation for a few years now, and I think their luck's about to run out. Whereas Sheffield United and not Burnley, Sheffield United and Luton Town, yeah, they just don't look good enough to survive in the Premier League. European spaces, 5th to 7th. I'm going to go 7th. Ooh, it's a tough one, this. 7th, I am going to go with Brighton. I do believe they will be weakened considering they have lost Alexis McAllister, and potentially they're going to lose Caicedo, so that's going to be a huge loss if that happens. 6th, I will go with Aston Villa. Unai Emery's building a very good project there, and I do believe it will continue in good style. 5th, one of the big boys is going to have to miss out on top 4. The 5th, I am going to go with I really don't know. It's a tough choice, this. I'm going to go Tottenham. As of right now, they still have Harry Kane, but if they end up losing Harry Kane, I could say Tottenham falling all the way down. But yeah, that's 5th to 7th. So then 2nd to 4th. In 4th place, I'm going to have Man United. In 3rd, I will have Liverpool. In 2nd, Arsenal. And 1st place, the winner of the Premier League, once again, is Manchester City. Now, probably a few of you are surprised I haven't put like the Chelsea or Newcastle on here. Mainly because with Newcastle, I feel like they're going to fall away a bit because they're going to have European football, and maybe they might concentrate on that. Yes, they brought in players like Sandro Tonali, Harvey Barnes, but I do feel like they will drop off a bit. And Chelsea, nobody really knows what's going to happen with Chelsea, I've got to be honest. Are they going to be as crap as last year? You would think not, but who the hell knows? But yeah, relegated teams in the Premier League: Luton bottom, Sheffield United 19th, and Everton in 18th. Conference League: Tottenham, then Aston Villa in 6th. Brighton will be taking over. Oh wait, is it Brighton in? No, it's Brighton for 5th, I think. Oh no, it's not. I apologise. Right, so Brighton in 7th, Aston Villa 6th, Tottenham 5th, Man United 4th, Liverpool 3rd, Arsenal 2nd, and Man City 1st. Yeah, even though Man City have lost Mahrez, Gundogan, they just go and bring in even better players. I mean, they've just, as of the time of recording this, yesterday, they brought in Josko Gvardiol from Leipzig. So and he's going to be a very good addition for them. La Liga. So if the team's going down, I will say that Las Palmas will finish bottom, Almeria 19th, and then in the final relegation spot, Deportivo Alaves. Conference League, I am going to say Athletic Bilbao. In the Europa League, I'm going to say Villarreal and Sevilla. Champions League qualifiers, I am going to say in 4th, Real Sociedad. 3rd, Atletico Madrid. 2nd, Real Madrid. And 1st, Barcelona. Yes, you may say I'm biased because I'm a Barca fan, but at the end of the day, Real Madrid have brought in the likes of Jude Bellingham, but I still do think they're lacking a striker. Ever since Benzema went to Saudi Arabia, they've seriously struggled without a striker. So unless they get a striker, then they're going to finish second. And even if they do, I still think they will finish second, because remember back in the day when Real Madrid had their Galacticos such as Zidane, Beckham, Ronaldo, all them players, Kaká, yeah, Barca still managed to be on top of them. Same thing's going to happen again, in my opinion. Same thing is going to happen again. And of course, we've made some solid additions ourselves. Gundogan, he's a very, very, very good player. Vitor Roque, young Brazilian. Of course, nobody really knows when he's gonna join. Could it be this summer? Could it be in January? Or are we gonna have to wait till next season? Either way, he's gonna be a very, very, very solid addition. Of course, we're linked with Cancelo, Bernardo Silva. I don't know how we're gonna get Bernardo Silva, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But we are going to lose Dembele. Ousmane Dembele is going to head to PSG. I'm not very happy about that, but if he wants to go, he wants to go. All he has to remember is that what happened to Neymar, pretty clear he doesn't seem to care. He just wants the paycheck. We're getting a bit sidetracked. I'm going to say Barca win the league. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Real Sociedad will finish in the Champions League spots. Sevilla, Villarreal qualify for the Europa League. Bilbao, Conference League. And then going down, Alaves, Almeria, and Las Palmas. Serie A next. Heading down to Serie B, I'm going to say that Frosinone finished bottom. And then Lecce finished 19th. Probably butchered the pronunciation, so if I have, I apologise. And Hellas Verona finish in 18th. Hellas Verona just survived by on goal difference in the season just gone. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a struggle for them. This is where their luck will run out, similar to Everton in the Premier League. Conference League, I am going to say that Fiorentina will finish in 7th. But of course, if Amrabat leaves, they're in big trouble. This will change drastically if Amrabat leaves. But in the case that he doesn't leave, they're going to finish 7th. Europa League, I am going to say that Roma will finish 6th. Pretty consistent under Jose Mourinho, finishing in Europa League places. And I will also say that the Serie A is a tough one because all the top teams are quite similar. I'm gonna say Lazio. Both Rome rivals will be right next to each other in the league. Champions League, I'm going to say that Juventus. Juventus have a huge advantage by the fact that they have no European football to focus on. They can just purely focus on Serie A. So that's a huge advantage for them against all these other teams. But I do believe they'll finish 4th. In 3rd, I will go with Inter Milan. In 2nd, I will go with Napoli. And 1st, AC Milan. I do believe that AC Milan on paper have the strongest team now in Serie A. After Napoli have lost Kim Min-jae to Bayern Munich. Osimhen could leave. Possibly even Kvaratskhelia. I mean, who knows what will happen. But I do believe AC Milan will win Serie A. Inter, again, finishing 3rd. They've been just solidly consistent. I'll give them that. They've brought in Juan Cuadrado from Juventus as a free agent. Fratesi as well. Marcus Thuram, that's a good signing. Bringing in Marcus Thuram, who was a very, very good player when he was at Borussia Mönchengladbach. But I do still believe they'll finish 3rd. Napoli, if they manage to keep Osimhen, they will still manage to score an abundance of goals. Then Juventus in 4th. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. even though they do have an advantage compared to the other few teams in Serie A, that with no European football, I still do believe that it's not good times for Juventus on and off the pitch. So I do believe that they'll somewhat still struggle, but of course they'll get higher up now that their only focus is Serie A for the season. The Bundesliga. Right, straight away, the two teams going down, Heidenheim and Darmstadt. They both came up from the Bundesliga too, and I just don't think they'll be able to compete, to be brutally honest. Relegation playoff, Stuttgart once again, and I think this time their luck's going to run out and they will be relegated as well. Conference League, Wolfsburg. I like Wolfsburg though, my favourite colour is green. So seeing a team in green, like Wolfsburg, like pure green, it's really nice. Europa League, I will go with Frankfurt. As a Barca fan, I am not a huge fan of Frankfurt. But no, I respect Frankfurt as like a neutral. But I can always just remember when we played Frankfurt in the Europa League a couple of years ago, and yeah, it wasn't nice. But yeah, Frankfurt and Union Berlin. Unbelievable what they've done, by the way. It's a similar story to what Luton have done in England. The fact that they've gone all the way from the bottom and then all the way to the top. I mean, Union Berlin are going to be playing Champions League this season. So credit to them. Huge credit. Huge credit. But I do believe they will fall off a bit because the European football will distract them. So in the Champions League, I'm going to go with Bayer Leverkusen in 4th. The job Xabi Alonso's doing there is spectacular. He's doing a fantastic job. Leipzig in 3rd, Dortmund in 2nd, and of course, Bayern Munich. They win it once again. Yeah, Dortmund are going to be a bit weaker though. They have lost Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. They've lost Guerrero. But they have brought in Marcel Sabitzer, and he is a decent player on his day. Very decent player. But of course, Bayern Munich are Bayern Munich, and they're probably gonna, well, in fact they are, they're gonna win the Bundesliga yet again. And last but not least, we have the French League, or otherwise known as Ligue 1. Bottom, I'm gonna say Le Havre. In 17th, I am gonna say FC Metz. And then in a relegation playoff round, I am going to say that it will be FC Nantes. They just survived by the skin of their teeth last season, finishing 16th out of a 20th league table, because Ligue 1's now reformed so that it now only has 18 teams instead of 20. In 6th, I am going to say that Nice will finish in 6th. Lille will finish in 5th. Lyon, where is Lyon? There we go. Lyon will finish 4th. You know what, I say Monaco having a good comeback. Monaco are going to have a nice comeback. Going to come back 3rd. Marseille finish in 2nd. And PSG, as they always seem to do, PSG will win Ligue 1. They pretty much bought the league now. Like, let's be real. They are just so far ahead of all the other teams in France that it's just not even funny anymore. And that's where we're going to leave this predictions video for today, guys. If you're interested, then definitely come over and join our Fantasy Premier League that we are doing for this season. A few people have joined already, as I've announced it on my Twitch channel. But if you would like to join, the league code is on screen here, as I've highlighted it, and I will put it also in the description of this video so that you can have an easy way of accessing it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.